Blitz on 2 starts now.
Yes, indeed it does. Hey, everybody, and welcome once again to the Blitz on 2. I kind of like that little wave, Dan. It is week 9 in the high school football season. I'm Mark Morgan. Every Friday night at this time, we will be your one-stop shopping for all your high school football needs.
Yeah, that is right. Glad to have you, and I'm Dan Fanning. The penultimate regular season week right here on the Blitz as region title still up for grabs. In Class 3A, Region 8, both hand-to-hand. Philip Simmons unbeaten in region play. The Iron Horses are still unbeaten overall on the season. Here we go. 4 minutes into the second quarter, Hawks up 14-13. Hanahan adds to their lead. 3 minutes later, Kayvon Rivera bounces to the outside, rumbles in to make it 21-13 visitor. Hey, now, still second quarter. After the Hawks, D makes a stand. More from Rivera. Hard-nosed yards right here from the human battering ram. 5 alive, hard to bring down tonight. Then, watch this play. Julius Heppensteel goes deep to Landon Gomes. Tipped up, caught by Gomes. Wow. Number 2 strolls in. That makes it 28-13 at the break. Eric Bendig has some work to do to get his guys back in this. But third quarter, Kayvon picks up where he left off. Watch this. More hard-nosed yard. Boom, boom, boom. Hard to bring down. 5 brings up the first down. Then Kayvon finishes what he started. His third touchdown. Maybe that's just the second while I was there. Anyway, Kayvon Rivera is a dude. As we go to the board, the game is still being played. It is in a lightning delay late in the fourth quarter. Philip Simmons has come back to make it a 37-34 ball game. Now, Summerville still unbeaten as well before the number 1 team in 5A takes on the fort next week. They have to get by another challenging Dorchester County rival.
That's right, Dan. The unbeaten Green Wave tangled with the Swamp Foxes this evening. AR with but 1 loss on the year. I thought this would be an entertaining game, and it was. We pick it up first quarter. We're tied at 7 at this point. AR with it. Trevor Kalis with the ball. You know he's going to fire to his man, Derek Sally, close friend of the show. Great catch right there. Gain of 20. First down, AR. That drive stalled, though, with a missed field goal. Green Wave with it. Jaden Cummings decides to bootleg it. He goes 15 yards around the right side for a first down. That drive stalled as well. AR with it again. Kalis to Sally. What a tandem they have become. 18 yards down to the 7. Then Jaden Acosta punches it in. Touchdown, Ashley Ridge. PAT no good. 13-7, Swamp Foxes. Summerville strikes back. Cummings to, you got it, Yannick Smith, 2 very good friends of the show. 25 yards on the play. We're tied at 14. Let's jump in the air. It began raining, though. AR adds another TD in the rain right here. 21-14 Swamp Foxes. At that point, we go to the board, and if you're a Summerville fan, you're making this noise. 42-38, Summerville, the number 1 ranked 5A team in the state, escapes. Ashley Ridge is good, but not quite good enough.
We go to the backyard. James Allen hosting Hilton Head this evening. Scoreless first quarter. Hilton Head deciding to go for it on 4th down. Pass thrown out in the flats. Max Cates stops the ball carrier before the line to gain. Trojans take over on downs. Then Braxton Scott goes to work. Airs it out to Agent 0, Whooshi Ravenel. Watch here. Nice catch. Nice move upfield. Breaks a tackle. Picks up the first down. Trojans. Then more from Whooshi and Braxton. Watch this pitch and catch. Scott going deep on 3rd down. Braxton throws it out. Whooshi boxes his man out. What a grab, as you will see, he says, on his head. Nicely done by Ravenel. Then Scott calls his own number, bounces it to the outside. Watch out on the sideline. Boom.
Oh.
Braxton runs over his own man. Anyway, that made it 7.
Is he okay?
I would think so. We go to the final score.
Oh, look, rain.
Yeah, imagine that. This game was called in the third quarter due to rain. J.I., stays undefeated, beating Hilton Head 38-0.
Let's head to Colleton County. The Cougars, there they are, hosting Lucy Beckham. Bengals with it as we pick it up. Your handoff is to Charles Bird. This team loves to run the ball. Watch him. Nicely done, Dan. He rumbles 25 yards up the gut. Lucy Beckham moving the sticks. That dude's hard to bring down too, by the way. Chalmers Ballard, good friend of Dan's, quarterback keeper. He goes for 10 yards right there. Then Robert Myers will take it in for the Bengals. 12 yards on the score. Another rainy night in the Low Country, though. That action happened before the thunderstorms came. Your final as we go to the board, 35-0. Lucy Beckham remains unbeaten. And again, the Bengals, with that game against James Island next week, both teams still unbeaten. Another huge 5A matchups, the Wildcats match up. The Wildcats of West Ashley traveling to 4D to take on the Patriots.
Yeah, the four are trying to stay perfect in region play before their showdown with Somerville next Friday. To Bagwell Stadium we go. Patriots taking the field. First drive for 4D. Hand off to Davion Brown. 5 alive. We've seen this before. Brown is gone. 75 yards for the score. How about that? Richard Todd warming up the pipes. Touchdown Patriots. 7-zip Fort D. West Ashley tries to move it on the ground as well. Kevin Brown finds a few tough yards, but that drive would stall. Patriots with it again. They go to the air. Charles Watson fires downfield. Multi Snyder hauls it in. 45 yards for the score. PAT good. 14-0 Fort D. West Ashley would come back to tie things at 14, but just like they started the game, Fort D would end the game with 14 of their own. Fort, they stay perfect in region play. 28-14, your final.
Blitz on 2 keeps right on rolling. Wando hosting Goose Creek at Robert E. Hayes Field. This was a shootout in the first quarter. Gators go up top right away. Kamani Clary downfield to Jalen Grant. Watch Jalen. I got it, and you don't have me. Shakes off the tackler, heads for the end zone. 91 yards later, 7-0 Goose Creek. I know it was a little wide on that shot. Didn't think they would go that far in one play. Wando will answer right back. Watch Michael Jenkins, a little silly on the sideline. Got a little ahead of myself. There's Michael, number 22. Looks like he stopped. He is not stopped. He breaks free. Number 22 is gone. 63 yards on the play.
Wow.
Touchdown Warriors. The Wando players are going to whoop it up on the sideline. First, the obligatory crowd shot. There's the whooping it up. There's Michael right there. All right, Gators come right back. Watch Clary finding an open man. I mean, Evan Daniels is wide open.
I would say so.
He does the rest. 55 yards to pay dirt. PAT was good. 14-7 visitors.
Just in the first quarter?
In the first quarter, Dan.
Wow.
Yeah, I love the flags. Wando marches right down the field, though, the drive culminating with this 1-yard run by, you guessed it, number 22. He's under that pile. Michael Jenkins, his second TD of the first quarter. It's 14 all. Light up the scoreboard, but Goose Creek clamped down on the D and pulled away to win. It's your final 49-20. Jason Winstead's guys playing the best ball of the year at exactly the right time.
With those early highlights, it looks like you didn't have to wait long or stay long tonight.
I didn't. Spoiler alert, I didn't. We're going to call a quick timeout here. We'll let the sponsors do their thing, okay?
We head to Berkeley County where the Stags of Berkeley tangle with the Stratford Knights. Highlights from Ray Stackley Field and more when we come back.
And we're back. The Blitz on 2 keeps right on rolling with one of the best rivalries in the Low Country renewed tonight.
Yeah, that is right. Both Berkeley and Stratford, 1-1 in region play. Stags and Knights duking it out with a potential playoff berth on the line. To Ray Stackley Field we go. We slowed things down. 43-yard field goal so you can watch it in all of its glory. Stratford gets on the board first. 3-zip home team just over the bar. Nicely done. Stags, though, fight back. Freshman telling me to wait.
Stand by and go.
Thank you, sir. Stags fight back. Henry Rivers with a short pass to McCray Driggers. Driggers off and running. He makes a few nice moves and completes the 45-yard touchdown. 7-3. Berkeley takes the lead. The Knights would answer. Jakin Davis. A 1-yard pass to Caden Jordan for the touchdown. Stratford goes back up 10-7. Then the Knights would score 24 unanswered as we go to your final score. Stratford starting to play some good football right now. Coach Denny McDaniel's team 2-1 in region play with a 34-7 victory.
Oceanside and Bishop England. OCA receives the opening kickoff. Land Sharks first drive. Edward Reidenbach on the money to Gavin Gasper over the middle. There's Gavin right there. First down inside the 20. I don't know who shot this, but it's really good shooting.
Thank you, sir.
A few plays later, Edward would follow his blocks and rumbles in. Kind of like a linebacker sometimes playing quarterback. Try for 2, no good. Land Sharks up 6-0. Obligatory scoreboard shot. Oceanside next drive. Reidenbach deep to Will Virgilio.
Correct.
Thank you, Will Virgilio. 55-yard pitch and catch. Sharks knocking on the door. A few plays later, the handoff to James O'Connor. He plows it in. Try for two. This time was good to make it 14-zip OCA. To the board we go. Oceanside is 40 better than the Bishops, 47-7.
Over to St. John's we go. Islanders. And their opponent this evening, MMA, tied at 13, maybe 12 at the break. Here we go. Number 16, the quarterback keeper. Nice move down the right side. Runs out of bounds for a first down. Islanders. Then a few plays later, if it worked the first time, let's try it again. Drops back, doesn't have a man downfield, decides to bounces out of 3 tackles. How about this? Then he rumbles in, 68, signals it before the stripes do. And then they give it to him. Nicely done by St. John's right there. They go up by 6. But we go to the final score. That lead would not last. MMA, the Eagles, fly away back to North Charleston. 1-point winners, 19-18, your final score. In the Skeezer ranks, Pinewood Prep has quietly become one of the hottest teams here in the Low Country.
After an 0-3 start, Corley Watson and the rest of the friends of the show have won 5 in a row, facing Thomas Hayward tonight. Panthers with it as we pick it up. Will Watson looking for an open man. It's Terrence Stallworth. Watch Terrence showing some wheels right there, right up the middle. 25 yards for the score. As Dan mentioned, Pinewood Prep is rolling right now. We go to the board. Big Selly, and why not? They're probably still celebrating 6 wins in a row. They put up a 56 spot tonight.
Also down in Colleton County this evening, Colleton Prep beats Buford Academy. Warhawks 28-9, your final.
And another brief timeout here on the Blitz. We'll let the sponsors do their thing.
Also, some more scores to show you on the other side, plus our play of the night. What is it? Find out when we come back.
Welcome back, everybody. Mark Morgan alongside Dan Fanning. This is Porter Gout at Cardinal Newman from Thursday night. JJ Flood Show, very good friend of the program. There's JJ scoring right there. He ran amok last night. We're showing you a pair of TD runs by number 20. He finished with 222 yards rushing on the night. The Cyclones won a shootout on the road against Cardinal Newman. There's your final. Look at that, huh? 49-42 Porter Gout. Some more action from Thursday night. These games all rescheduled. Remember, Georgetown head coach Bradley Adams still looking for his first win. His Bulldogs on the road at Aner. Georgetown quarterback Owen Powell with a short pass to Zach Krause. He hugs the sideline. Zach goes all the way to the end zone, 40 yards on the play. Bulldogs trailing at that point 24-14. This ended up being a high-scoring affair. There's another touchdown by Georgetown. A lot of points being scored across the Low Country, both on Thursday night and tonight as well. Aner beat Georgetown by a score of 56-48. More Thursday night high school football action. Northwood Academy on the road. Head coach Johnny Waters has turned that thing around. His Chargers facing PD Academy. Chargers will score here, a 25-yard run by Caven Ford, and we are tied at 14. Then PD with it. Eagles looking downfield right here, throwing it into a crowd. This pass picked off by Northwood's Aiden Hogan. Number 0 came down with it right there. The final in this one, the Chargers fall just short, 31-30. Really tough loss for Northwood Academy on the road on Thursday night. Now, those 3 games were last night. These scores not in yet. Let's go ahead and go to the next page.
Cane Bay actually won 34-0. 34-0 Cane Bay over Stall. We'll look at some more scores right now. Woodland was up 20-17 on Barnwell at halftime. This game was delayed. It will be picked up back on Monday. Lake Marion comes down here to beat Academic Magnet 32-7.
A few other scores of note. North Charleston and Buford. It was 52-12. Buford over North Charleston. And this Andrews-Lee Central game was postponed due to lightning as well. Those 2 teams will play Monday night in Andrews. A lot of games, several games by the way, postponed tonight due to lightning, and they are moved to Monday. Andrews-Lee Central, one of those.
And 2 more Skeezer scores to show you this evening. Northside Christian beat Palmetto Christian this morning in Columbia, 60-20. And then Dorchester Academy beat their neighbors, St. John's Christian, 22-12. Your final. For our play of the night, we go back to Wando. Young bull Kamani Clary fires downfield over to Jalen Grant. Jalen bounces out of a tackle, shakes it off just like Taylor Swift, and he rumbles. 91 yards for the score. Take another look. Kamani Clary had a big game last week on the road at Cane Bay. Kamani Clary has a big game this week on the road at Wando. Grant hauls it in, shakes off his tackle, and then rumbles. Once again, 91 yards for the score.
And we want to give one other score. Just came in. Head coach Sean Wright of Cross just texted me, Dan. Cross, the Trojans, still hot. They beat Baptist Hill 52-0 tonight.
Wow.
So Cross, after that season opening loss, they've won, I think, 7 or 8 in a row. I'm not a math guy. It's one of those two. So anyway, they're playing very well.
I would say looking forward to tomorrow. Clemson coming out of their bye week, going down to Miami to face the Hurricanes. South Carolina trying to get back on track against Mizzou. The Citadel is off for a bye week, but get this, the volleyball team on their 21st game this season. They play again tomorrow at 4, then at 3. CSU on the road at UT Martin. I'll have you covered tomorrow night at 11. Also, Stingrays season opener as well.
Thanks, Gerard. Thanks, Nicole. I'm Mark. He's Dan. We'll see you next week.